For this tips and tricks video, I'm going over a region instead of just a singular country, and it's Central America. In Central America, for Geoguessr, the only countries that have coverage are Guatemala, Costa Rica, and Panama. So I will go over some easy ways to identify all of those countries, because region guessing them is not as important, but I will perhaps add some region guessing tips in this video. So let's just get into the tip. I'll be going in no particular order, because I mean they're all Guatemala. Guatemala is almost nothing like these two, and then these two there are some obvious differences. So this first location is the tip I will talk about is the license plates and the Google card. For all three of the countries, there is Google Card Meta, unfortunately, and here we have a big pickup truck, and it is mostly blurred. This truck you will always see in Costa Rica and Panama 100% of the time. And then I'd say the best two ways to differentiate. Well, through the three big ways to differentiate the two of these. One is by the car itself, two is by the license plates, and three is by copyright. Here we have 2023 Google, and Panama only has 2023, and Costa Rica only has 2025, apart from some tracker coverage. So we know this is Panama just by the copyright, but copyright is not always going to be visible. But for this specific round, the license plates, Panama has a light bluish, like sky blue cyan color on the top of their plate, and the bottom of it is white. While Costa Rica is white with blue text. So if you see this light blue, you know we're in Panama, and if you don't, you're in Costa Rica. And here we have the other Google card Meta for Guatemala. So you may have seen this card before, even in one of my previous videos. We have the two front headlights, and we have the sidebars, all four of them. This specific car you see in Guatemala, Laos, and maybe some old like Faroe Islands coverage, or Senegal or something, or Kyrgyzstan. But yeah, this car is you see in all of the Guatemala coverage, and you can easily tell it's apart from Laos and Kyrgyzstan. So yeah, that's what this exact one is about. And here we see this big pickup truck again, and we see the full thing. If we try to find the copyright, it says 2025, so we know we're in Costa Rica. But something I will say is, because Costa Rica is more newly added, less of the car coverage has been blurred. So you will actually see the pickup truck not being like fully blurred way more in Costa Rica than in Panama. Especially in the south, it will be more often blurred than not, but for the rest of the country, it will be a mix. But this specific part right here on the pickup truck, it's usually either going to be, you'll see these little two black bars, or you'll see something else. But these two black bars usually will be from like this town to the lake in Nicaragua, just a little line, and then some other areas scattered within. But yeah, it'll be in the north. What I'm saying. Once again, we see the car, but it's 2023 covered, so it is actually Panama. But this road's specific in Panama. You don't see it unblurs as much in Panama, but the vibe of this round is more South American. I don't know how to explain it, but it just kind of is. But not only do you have the little South American kind of vibe, but you have dirt on the front of the car. It's very annoying. What's the word? Very annoying meta using dirt on the car, but that's exclusive to this road going out to Colombia. Yep, it is. Once this road gets the car blurred, it won't be there anymore, which will be great. And then here, once again, we know it's going to be in Costa Rica, right? Yeah, but it says Alto on the sign, and actually it's going to be Panama. Why does it say 2025? I don't know. It shouldn't say 2025, but it says Alto on here, and that is Spanish for stop. But in Latin America, as you've probably heard in my Mexico video, my Peru video, my Argentina video, and my Chile video, it says Alto if you're in the North American part, and it says Pare if you're in the South American part. So if you see Alto, you know you're going to be in Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, I think the Dominican Republic too. And here, we see the pickup truck again, and it's 2025 copyright, so it's probably Costa Rica. And so, oh yeah, and we can see that the plate is white with blue text. But this is the other little thing I'm talking about on the car. Instead of the 2 black bars, it's covered up. And this is just the entirety of the north. Not just this area, but pretty much all of the north, down to like San Jose, you'll see this. And also, Costa Rica, you'll find scattered mountains throughout, while Panama, you'll really only see it in like the north. Okay, back to Guatemala. So we see this car again. And Guatemala is fairly simple to reach and guess, because the Guatemalan coverage is in places, like, there's almost none in the north. Guatemala has very flat and tropical bits in the south, very mountainous parts in the middle, and then some scattered mountains and hills on flat, lush landscape in the east, and this road up to Flores. So if it's perfectly flat with not much elevation and very tropical, you're going to be down here. Mountains are self-explanatory. And if it's very flat and tropical, but there are some hills and it's less developed, you're going to be up here. And then this area is kind of a mix of all. Here we have some elevation, as we can see. And it is very flat, so we are going to be up here most likely. Okay, here we see the Guatemalan car again. But there's big mountains and big hills, so we're gonna be in this middle section, and there's a chance that we might see water right here to our west, so we could be on one of these roads, and we do. This lake in Guatemala there's pretty much all the roads around it have coverage, so we should keep in mind with that specific lake. Okay, here we're back in Guatemala. We do see a fair bit of mountains, so we know we're gonna be in this little middle section, but more Google car metas once again. So if you're facing the front of the car, the side post to the northeast, or the top right, this one, the same one we see the Ghana tape, I believe. Let me move this little cursor. So you can see that right here, we see the obvious line on the right side of the thing. It's facing downward. We see this line that is like the overlap between the actual metal itself. If it's on the right side, that means that we will be on the pretty much Guatemala City and right, and the western road going up to Flores. And if we see mountains, then we're going to be Guatemala City and to the right. And since it's not a big city, then we're going to be to the right of it. Okay. And the last tip for Panama that I have is about the city of Panama City, which is a very rich city with a lot. I think it's the only city in Central America and the Caribbean that has skyscrapers, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Panama City, it's very rich. You'll see a lot of skyscrapers. You'll see a lot of tall buildings, a lot of tall white buildings. Quite a lot of them. So it's fairly obvious to tell when you're in Panama City, when you're in Central America. Just like the Guatemala tip I said for this, where you see a line on the right side, here we see a line on the left side, the overlap on the left side, and this means that we're gonna be Guatemala City and left, and the eastern road up to Flores, and this little eastern area here. So if we see a lot of tropicalness, it seems to be that it's fairly flat and tropical. So we're probably not going to be over here. Well, is that water? That could be water, so it could be around down here or so. But yeah, if you see it, the left, then you're going to be left of Guatemala City and the northeast. So pretty much, if you see the line on the left, you're southwest northeast, and if you see the line on the right, you're southeast northwest, which northwest in this case would be right here. Anyways, that'll be it for this Central America tips and tricks video. I didn't go too in depth with the countries because I don't need to. Because you don't really need to region guess Panama too much. If it's a small country, that's obvious to get. And if you go mid, you're getting 4,500 points anyways. So anyways, that is it for this tips and tricks video.